What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and this is the original video that I had planned for you today. However, we ended up getting that update for Hanako and all of the events that are coming tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure I updated you all on that first. But let's talk about this. So I want to show you guys the difference between having one of these 3PGs for Kyo and not having it. And the first place we're going to show you the difference is here in Guild Raid. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys is the CP difference. We're going to be doing this on hard mode, right? And we're just going to be using Kyo, just a solo with Kyo. And as far as this build, the build really doesn't matter, but we're just going to use an Akane. We're not going to use any option cards, just a regular normal cooldown option cards. And we're going to do one run with his 3PG card here. And we'll do another run with his regular 3PG card that you always have available in the game. Now, this card actually is a very long animation, but it's just got the PvP exclusive where it increases damage by 10% upon using the skill. Well, this isn't PvP, this is PvE, so this will not be applicable. Now, as far as the CP difference, you can see that right now I have 64,202 CP, and then when I take that card off and I put on the 3PG that's always in the game, we have 64,177. So not much difference at all in CP. The biggest difference between these cards is the fact that this card here actually does a grab. And, you know, you can grab Rugal sometimes, every once in a while, but definitely whenever he's stunned, he's like that, you can grab a hold of him, right, and do some damage and stall the timer. It can be interrupted by Rugal. That's the biggest problem with this card. And it does a grab, which you'll see it against Immortal Nyx, isn't a very good thing, or really against any Immortal dungeon, because grabs will get interrupted immediately and you won't be able to use them. So this is the build that we're going to be using. He does have max capsules and so on and so on and so on. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go into Immortal Dungeon here, and we're going to take on Immortal Nyx. Now this is going to be a little bit different than the Guild Raid run, because Guild Raid is just going to be Kyo solo. It's just going to be the regular 3PG versus the SS 3PG that you get from the summons. Well, in this run here, we're going to be using 3 characters. We're going to see how much damage we do on one team using Iori, Kyo, and Mai. A complete SS team. You know, obviously Iori gives that 15% PG rate leadership, and then he'll have SS Kyo and SS Mai on the team. Now, it really doesn't matter as far as their builds. I'll just quickly show you them. But Iori, I just got a Leah set on him, and I am going to be using his 3PG. Now, the difference between his 3PG and Kyo's is Iori's 3PG actually does stall the timer a little bit. It doesn't do a grab, so that's actually really, really good that it doesn't do that, and it actually does stall the timer a little bit. So if you had the 3PG for Iori, you're not going to be doing too bad with him. You really won't. It won't be as good as the 3PG that you can get from the SS summons, but it's still really, really, really good. And he does have max imprint stones on him. These are all volume 2 imprint stones. And then we got Kyo, who also has max imprint stones on him, and these are also volume 2 imprint stones. The same build, same card sets, same everything, right? And then we have SS Mai, who actually has an Akane set, no special cooldowns, nothing like that. I didn't want any certain option cards on these characters because I didn't want to put in another variable as far as how much damage we're doing. So we're just going to be using this set right here. Now, Mai's going to be using her 3PG from the SS banner. So that way you guys can actually see the difference between just having Kyo's 3PG that's always available in the game, or having his 3PG that you get from the SS summons. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and watch the Guild Raid run and the Immortal Dungeon run so you guys can actually see the difference. Alright, so this is the Guild Raid run. On the left, we're using the regular 3PG that's always available in the game, and on the right, we're using the SS 3PG, as you guys can see right now. And just like whenever I showed you guys that run with Nightmare Geese using his 3PG, it really does make a big difference because it stalls that timer so much. The CP is virtually the same, and this is a solo just on hard mode. And honestly, guys, on both these runs, I just came in here and I just went for gold. I wasn't trying to get no max score, nothing like that. I just come in here and played one time to see what I could do. And yeah, really, really awesome. I mean, really, Kyo and Iori really are just freaking amazing. But I wanted to show you all the difference in having Kyo's, regular 3PG and having his SS 3PG. At least I'm going to call it SS 3PG because it's just easier to understand that way. I mean, the skill just lasts forever and Rugal can't interrupt it. It makes such a difference, as you all will see. But, I mean, look at the damage we're doing, though, on the left side, right? The side where we're using Kyo's regular 3PG, we actually have done more damage, but more time has went by. And on the right side, where we're using the SS 3PG, we have a lot more time on our clock, and we haven't done quite as much damage, right? But when that time comes down to the same as what we're doing on the left side, the damage will be even more. Stalling that, look at the difference in the time. 54 seconds on one side, minute 20 on the right side. You're looking at 24 seconds difference right there. 24 seconds added on just from having that 3PG. That is crazy, guys. It's so insane of a difference. Now, it doesn't mean you absolutely need the 3PG because, as you all can see right now, Kyo, even without the SS3PG, is still putting up some crazy numbers. He's still putting up crazy numbers at 3-star, max imprint stone. He is still getting it done, my friends. Look at that. I mean, we're what, 350 million over there? Oh, almost 370 million right now. Man, he just builds up damage so much because, one, we got Iori on the team, right? We're gaining that extra damage from having Iori on the team from Kyo's core effect. Plus, Kyo gets that 20% extra damage dealt to his opponents from his second skill. He's just crazy. Super insane character. Look at him go. Now, the clock's running low, but we already got over 420 million with him without the SS3PG. Using his regular 3PG that's always available in the game. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause this a little bit. I want to back up just a hair. Look at that. 495 million. I guarantee I could get 500 million. Without using his SS3PG, just using his regular 3PG that's always available in the game, a complete solo on hard, using just an Akane set and no cooldown cards, right? That's one thing I want to show you just how strong the guy is. It's freaking insane. By the way, big shout out to my buddy, The Big Review. He's another YouTuber. He did 1 million damage on hard mode with Kyo, level 50 Kyo. That is amazing. Shout out to you, brother. That is insane. So let's go ahead and finish watching this. So right now we got 375 million, right? And look at the difference in the time. We got 44 seconds on one side and 2 seconds on the left side. We have gained 42 seconds on the clock by using that SS3PG for Kyo. That's how much of a difference that damn thing is making, right? So we got 495 million on the left. We're going to go ahead and screen past this a little bit, skip all this. We'll just go to the end. And 567 million, guys, versus 495 million. That's the difference. Having that 3PG card made, just coming in here, just going balls to the wall, not really trying any certain strategy, just spamming my skills. That's the difference that made having that 3PG versus not having a 3PG. And the good thing about this is y'all can see how good Kyo is really without his SS3PG, but you can also see how good he is with it. So we'll pull up the next run here, which is pretty bonkers, guys. So this is the Immortal Nyx run. And again, the regular 3PG is on the left and the SS3PG is on the right, as y'all will see. And yeah, it is, and here's the difference between this and the Guild Raid run is, this run we actually got a team, so there's a lot of variables in here. I mean, I could play certain characters better than other characters in different runs. I mean, there's a lot of variables, but I tried to play it at the same as best I could. But look at something that's really interesting right now. On the left side, we hit a 83, 85, about 85 million, and on the right side we had 58 million. So again, we're following that same trend that we did with Guild Raid, where the side where we're using our regular 3PG is doing more damage initially faster, but that's only because of the illusion, right? The illusion that the reason it's doing more damage is because we've actually used more time on the clock, right? The more time that we're wasting on the clock, the more damage over time that we're doing. But because of Kyo's 3PG installing that timer, we're actually going to do more damage throughout the fight, right? See, we got 30 seconds left and we got 120 million. We got 19 seconds left on the left side. It really is crazy, you know. So, at first glance, when you watch these runs, you think, oh my God, he seems like he's doing a lot better with his regular 3PG. No, it's the reason it just looks like he is because we've used more time on the clock, so our other characters were doing more damage also, as well as Kyo during that time. But as you all can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this here in a second, show you exactly how much damage we got. And we wait a little bit here. Oh, and then Iori comes in there and does another one. Awesome. And like I said, Iori's 3PG is actually not too bad. It does stall the timer a little bit. And then Kyo does his 3PG. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pause it. We got 265 million on the left side, right? And that's with Kyo's regular 3PG. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. And we have about 265 million on the right side. But we have 9 more seconds. We have 9 more seconds compared to, well, we've already used 4 seconds here. So actually maybe we gained about 5 seconds somewhere in there on the right side. Now 5 seconds doesn't seem like a whole lot, but the fact that we got, back up a little bit here, 265 million, okay? Let's see what we get now. Oh, get it done, my friends. Get it done. I mean, the damage racks up pretty damn quick, man. Pretty damn quick. Oh, yeah. It's so awesome watching Kyo and Iori together do this move. It's so cool. Look at that. Okay, so 338 million. 338 million versus $265 million. So you're looking at, almost 80 million, well, 75 to 80 million damage difference between these runs. And that is insane, my friends. That is crazy that these characters were able to do that. Freaking nutso, my friends. Insanity. So you can see that 3PG does make a big difference just on that one character. I mean, obviously, when you're doing a solo and guild raid, it's going to make a very large difference. But even against the Immortal dungeons, you can see a big difference in having that 3PG and not having it. Now, if you are using Kyo's 3PG, I would probably just use his default more often because it's actually going to stall the timer. His regular 3PG just gets canceled pretty quickly because it does a grab. You'll get the damage from it, but it's just going to cancel very, very quickly. Although you could equip it and let it play out. I mean, you saw that I was able to do quite a bit of damage with that first team. And just to let you all know, it didn't happen to me today, but for some reason, I think Immortal Nyx's hitbox seems like it's a lot smaller than what it was just yesterday. Because I did a run yesterday where I used the 3PG on Kyo, his regular 3PG, and I did another run where I didn't use the 3PG, just the 3PG from the SS banner, and I wasn't recording, and I actually hit 500 million with that first team. 3-star characters. It's a shame I wasn't recording it, but I hit 500 million with that first team just by putting that 3PG on Kyo. But today I tried it 5-6 different times, and I just wasn't getting it. The hitbox really feels like it's smaller because what happens is the characters aren't hitting Immortal Nyx, and if they're not hitting him, they're not building up their PG. And that's not good. When you're not building up your PG, you're not able to do your 3PGs as often, your supers as often, so you're not delaying the timer as long. So that's just something I want to throw out there at you guys. I do kind of wonder if there's some kind of little hitbox bug going on in the Immortal Nyx, but as you all can see, even if there is a bug or if there isn't, there is a massive difference between having that 3PG and not having it. So hopefully all of you out there were able to get it. I can tell you that on my free-to-play account, I've actually been farming the hell out of story mode, and I have getting near 5,000 rubies. So I'm going to be pulling for the 3 PGs on my free-to-play account on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time today. The link will be in the description below. So let me know how you're all doing in the game. Let me know what you think about the PG card comparisons. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.